Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be starting a new chapter called Introduction to Database. It is the chapter 10 of your book. So what is database? So before learning that, we have to know what is the need of database. See, every organization like a school, a office, any company needs to maintain a data of their employee or anything regarding the company. Like I will take example of a school, then you can relate to it. A school has to maintain a database of their students. It has to maintain the details of their students, roll numbers, fees details, co-curricular activities details, and the club details also. Okay, and it has also required to maintain the teachers details, their addresses, their account numbers, their who is the class teacher of which class. These all the things, they have to be maintained. Okay, it is somewhere registered in a file. Okay, now see, there is a physical database. Okay, like your class teacher maintain a roll number sheet in a register, class register. This is a physical database. Okay, it has to be maintained in a paper. Now there is some disadvantage of physical database over digital database. By digital database I mean when you create a database using a software. For example, a person in your school is been given the duty to maintain this record, that is a table 1, and it contains name, roll number, address, and percentage. Okay, so like I have entered name is A, name is B, name is C, name is D, roll number is 1, 2, 3, 4, address is Guwahati, percentage is 90%, 80%, 75%, 92%. Okay, so one table is created. Okay, another person is been given the duty of creating a club details like roll number, club color. This roll number 1, roll number 2, roll number 3, roll number 4. Club is like it is yellow, red, blue, and green, and it is table 2. So person 1 has created this table 1 in his register, and person 2 has created a different record in his register. Now I want that the name of the student who is from yellow color club. Okay, in the club register it is not there, the name is not there. Okay, only the roll number is there. So but I want the name of the student who is from the yellow club. Then how can I get it? If you maintain a physical register, then you have to bring the two registers and you have to see the two registers simultaneously. You have to see what is from this register, that what is the name of the person whose roll number is 1. Acha, his roll number is, his name is A. Okay, then the yellow club's member is A. Then I get to know. But if you create these tables digitally using a RDBMS software, RDBMS means Relational Database Management System, then you can combine these two tables, okay, and get whatever information you want. Okay, these two tables together can be called as a database. Okay, so database is a organized collection of data. So see, this is a table 1. Okay, so it is a different kind of table. It is a table of the record of students' names, their roll numbers, their addresses, and their academic performance, and it is a table of their co-curricular activities. So these two tables are different in nature, but if you combine these two tables, then you can retrieve any kind of information you want, and you can modify the information also. This is also an important thing. So database is a repository of different kinds of tables. Okay. So do you know what are the types of databases? There are mainly four types of databases. They are, first one is hierarchical, second one is network database, third one is relational database, and fourth one is object oriented database. And among these four, the relational database is very much important, and we use these only. Okay. Now let's come to database management system. So what is database management system? Database management system, it is DBMS. Okay, DBMS gives the control to a user to basically insert data, modify it, delete it, and maintain it. Okay, so it basically gives you a command over your data to retrieve it whenever you want it, then to summarize the data, then to sort the data, okay, to analyze the data and prepare a report quickly. It can also combine the data of two different tables, so that you don't require to write the same information multiple times. Okay, it saves the time and effort. Then it makes the data highly efficient and accurate. Okay, so the software which facilitates us to manage the database or database management system software is called DBMS software, database management system software. So how can a DBMS be defined? A DBMS can be defined as a program that manages database easily, efficiently, and accurately. Okay, so DBMS softwares, examples of DBMS softwares are MS Access, okay, then MySQL, then Oracle, okay, MongoDB, and there are many. Okay, and we'll learn MS Access in your course. Okay, now we'll learn what is the need of this software, need of database. Okay, so what is the need of a database management system? See, in file processing system, when you want to process a file, means when you want to retrieve information out of anything, you can face some disadvantages. Okay, you may not feel it, there is actually a disadvantage. The first disadvantage is called data redundancy. Okay, data redundancy. Okay, so what is data redundancy? It is duplication of data. Okay, for example, see if your school has maintained a table, roll number of class, say class 9, it is a database for class 9, roll number, name, percentage in half yearly. Okay, so it is a academic table, so it is a table 1, and there is a other table which is used for bus service. This is a table 2, it is used for bus service, say roll number and address. Okay, and here also you need to put address. Okay, so you are putting address 2 times. Okay, then this is called data redundancy. You put the same address 2 times. Okay, so there can be a benefit if you use a database management system. How? If you don't use this record in this table, okay, address, and because you have already maintained a address information in bus table, okay, then you can get this address information also by combining these 2 tables. Okay, this is the benefit of database. Then it saves the time. Okay, it saves the effort of maintaining the same information twice. Okay, this duplication of data is called data redundancy, and it is a problem. And how can you solve it? By using database management software. So it is an advantage. It is the advantage of database management software, that it reduces data redundancy. Okay, the next disadvantage is data inconsistency. So what is data inconsistency? See, for example, you have maintained address in these 2 tables, in table 1 also, in table 2 also. Okay, and there is a student whose roll number is 15 and name is Rahul, percentage is 80%, and address is say Shantipur. Okay, now here the roll number 15 address is also Shantipur. Okay, now suddenly his address changed. Okay, now his new address is Jalukbari. You have modified the information in the bus table, okay, bus record, because you have to maintain the information in the bus record, because you have to take the student to his home. Okay, and for that you have to know the current home address, but you have not updated the information in the percentage in the academic register. Okay, because it is not so important entity of the academic register. Academic register means his percentage, his test marks, his unit test marks, and all that. His address is not given so much importance in the academic register. Okay, now see, the person having the same roll number, these two are same persons, have 2 different address now. Okay, one register shows that his address is Shantipur, one register shows that his address is Jalukbari. Okay, then a new person who has seen these 2 registers, what will he think? What is his correct address? Okay, so this is called data inconsistency. Okay, so if you don't create this entity at all, okay, and you create only this address, you can combine. By that you have reduced the data redundancy. Then you don't have the chance for getting data inconsistency also. Okay, understood? I hope I made it clear to you. Okay, the next problem is non-shareable data. By non-shareable data means if you maintain these 2 tables in a paper, okay, in a register, how can you share it with other person? Okay, the person can take a photograph of it and he can access it, but it is not a standard way to share data, like, right? So it is a disadvantage. So it is non-shareable. If you create the database in a software digitally, then you can always share the data. So basically the advantage of database is that data redundancy is reduced, data inconsistency is not there or minimized. It can be there, but it is very much minimized, and it can be shared. These are all these are all advantage of database. Okay, now fourth advantage of database. Okay, I am talking about advantage now. Okay, database enforce standards. It is standardized. Okay, means it can be the rules of the data. Okay, the rules of the data can be the organization's own. Okay, our next advantage will be security. Okay, there is a DBA. Okay, DBA, it is database administrator. So database administrator has the control to let any person to access the data. Okay, it allows only authorized people to access the data. He has the full control over it. Okay, so he maintains the security also, database administrator. The next advantage is integrity. It maintains the integrity. Integrity means like, see, you can get a marks in oral out of 10, 0 to 10. Okay, you can't get 12 marks out of 10. Okay, if a person creates a register in a paper, he might give you 12 by mistake. People can make mistake, human can make mistake. Okay, but in database you can set a rule that this place, okay, this place can only contain the data from 0 to 10. Then if a person enters 12 also, it won't allow him to enter 12. Okay, so it maintains the integrity. Okay, so the main advantage of database will be that the data redundancy is reduced, data inconsistency is minimized, the data can be shared. Okay, and it enforces standardization of the data, and database security is maintained, and the integrity is also maintained. So this is the advantage of a database, and you have to know what is data redundancy and what is data inconsistency. I hope it is clear to you. Okay, now we'll learn about tables. So you know already that a database records information in tables. Okay, we need to create tables and we need to combine them. Okay, so what is table? Table is generally a collection of row and column. Okay, so this is a table. Okay, say name, roll number, and marks. Okay, now this thing is a row and this thing is a column. You know it. Okay, like name, here is Raj, Rahul, Ajay, Atul. Okay, this is a column. Roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, 80, 84, 70, 90. These are marks. Now see, these things, name, roll number and marks, these are called fields. Okay, again, name, roll number and marks, these are called fields. Okay, so the column, the content of the column is field, and the content of the row is called a record. So there are two things. One is record and another is field. So what is record? The combined information of a row is a record. Same, the details of Raj is his roll number is 1, his marks is 80, so it is a record. And name, the details of the column, name is a field, it contains only the names. Okay, roll number is a field, it contains only the roll numbers. Marks, it is a field, it contains only the marks. Okay, so these are all fields. Okay, I hope it is clear about record and fields. Okay, now see, there is a uniqueness of each record. Okay, every record is unique. Okay, see, there may be like this, that there is a person whose name is also Raj. Okay, but his roll number has to be different. Okay, his marks is also 80, his name is also same, but his roll number can't be same. So somewhere there should be difference. So for that reason, every record is different from one another. So every record is unique, and the entity and the field, okay, and the field which defines the difference, okay, for means the field because of which the difference is there. In this case, for roll number, there is a difference between these two records. This roll number is called the primary key. Okay, so here, since this roll number is creating the difference, means creating the uniqueness between these two records, this is called primary key. Okay, let me write it more freshly. See, let me write here class section here. I can write marks and result. Okay, then roll number is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, name is Ajay, Atul, class is 9, section A, marks is 95. Okay, so this is a table. Academic table. Okay, for you I'm creating one more thing, then it will be more understandable. For example, here is also there is roll number 1. Okay, his name is Ria, let's say, and his class is also 9, but his roll number is, section is now B, and she has scored 90. Okay, now see, now every record should be unique. Yes, the record is unique, but which entity is defining them unique? Roll number. Earlier it was roll number which is creating the difference between the two records, but now these two roll numbers are same. Then so each section is defining the difference. The answer is no. Okay, because section A and B can't be the primary key, because a key can only be a primary key when it is unique in all the records. Okay, it is A here, B here, it is again A here. It can't be like this. Okay, A is repeated here. See, A is repeated, so it can't be a primary key. Okay, so now there is a problem. Okay, yes, you can say the name can be a primary key because the names are unique everywhere. So for that, let's say I make this name as Rahul. Now the names are also same, so name can be a primary key now. Roll number can't be a primary key now because one is repeated. Section can also cannot be a primary key and leave the marks and result. So what will be the primary key now? Now the primary key will be a combination of two keys, combination of two fields. Let's say if you take roll number and section, so the roll number and section will be, in the first case it is 1 and section is A, the next case is it is 2B, then 3A, then 4B, then 1B. These 5 things are different, means combining these two. If you combine these two and look at the things, then they are different now. So here the primary key will be combination of these two fields, roll number and section. This is called composite key. Okay, we have learned about primary key. So primary key is a group of one or more columns which uniquely identifies a record of the table. Okay, so here it is roll number, which is uniquely defining the uniqueness of the records, all the records. Okay, and a primary key can be a single field or a combination of two fields. We have seen this. That is called composite key. The combination of two keys combinedly made a primary key. That is called composite key. Now, what is candidate key? Candidate key, a field in a table which is worthy to be qualified as a primary key is called a candidate key. Okay, since here name is repeated, Raj and Raj, so name is not qualified to be called as a primary key. Okay, if the thing was different, that his name was Rahul, then there are unique names, so it can also be made a primary key. Roll number can also be made a primary key. So I have two choices. I can either make name as primary key or roll number as primary key. Okay, so these are the candidate keys, means these are worthy to be qualified as a primary key. If I made the roll number as a primary key, okay, and not made name as the primary key, then roll number will be the primary key and name will be called the alternate key. Okay, both are candidate keys because both are qualified to be a primary key, but I made roll number as a primary key and name remained as alternate key. Okay, likewise here also, here roll number section, combinedly roll number section is qualified to be a primary key, and roll number name, combined roll number and name, is also qualified to be a primary key because 1 Ajay, 2 Rahul, 3 Rahul, 4 Rajesh, 1 Riya are unique. So here are two candidate keys, roll number section, roll section, and roll name. So our two candidate keys. Now I have made roll number section as a primary key, then roll number name will be the alternate key. Okay, understood? Okay, so I have discussed about primary key, composite key, candidate key and alternate key. You have to know the definitions of each of them. Now we'll learn about relational database. So what is relational database? Remember, I have told you there are four types of database: hierarchical database, relational database, object oriented database, network database. So among these four, relational database is mostly used, okay, most popular. So what is relational database? So relational database is one in which data is not stored in a single very large table, okay. So instead the database is composed of many small tables, okay, and each table contains a specific type of information, okay. Like in the earlier example, see, in this example there are two tables, okay. I could create the table here also. I could create the large table as, means I am writing only the fields of the table: roll number, name, then percentage, then address, okay, and all that. Means I whatever I require, I write all those in the single table, large table, okay. So this is not relational database. Relational database is small table of a specific information type. This is a academic table, okay, this is a academic table, and this is a bus information table, okay. So these two are different types of table which contains different types of information, okay. Now I can retrieve any type of information by joining the tables, okay. This type of arrangement is called relational database, where you don't create a large single table, okay. You create small tables, and each table contains a specific type of information, okay. Now there is a concept of a foreign key, okay. I have told you about primary key, composite key, candidate key and alternate key, and there is one more key which is called foreign key. Foreign key is a field or a combination of fields which creates a link from one table to another, which joins the two tables, and which is the connecting link between two tables, okay. Like in these two tables, table 1 and table 2, here roll number is connecting, because roll number 15, roll number is the connecting link, okay. This name should be same, roll number is the connecting link between these two tables, okay. By that I can only know that roll number 15 is Rahul and Rahul's address is Chalukbari, okay. So roll number is playing as the connecting link. So roll number is the foreign key. Now say there is a table like this: class teacher ID, okay. Roll number 1 2 3 4, name is Raj, Rahul, Riya, okay, and class is 9. Now the class teacher ID is 1 2 1 2, okay. And here class teacher ID and name, teacher name, Okay, like class teacher ID is 1 2 3 4. 1 is say Sajan sir, 2 is say Kaushik sir, 3 is say Vishal sir. Okay, then here in this table, roll number is the primary key because it is uniquely identifying each record. Okay, and the name here is not the candidate key, means is not the alternate key, because it is not worthy to be a primary key because Rahul is repeated here. Okay, and class teacher ID here is 1 and here is 1, and it can be mapped to this table. Okay, class teacher can be mapped to here, and by that I can know that roll number 1 Raj is a student of class 9 and his class teacher is Sajan sir. Okay, so class teacher ID here is the foreign key, and to the table it is getting mapped. Here the class teacher ID will be primary key. Here the class teacher ID is the primary key for this table 2, and for table 1 this class teacher ID is the foreign key. Understood? So it is a relational database. I didn't create a table which contains the class teacher's name also here. Okay, I have created 2 different tables, okay, which contains different types of information, and I can get any information joining the table by the use of foreign key. Okay, so now in the next lecture we'll learn about the RDBMS software, and we'll learn how to use MS Access. There are lots of software like Oracle, MySQL, MongoDB. Okay, but we'll learn only MS Access. Okay, so thank you for listening to the lecture patiently. Okay, please go through the chapter in your book and revert back to me if you face any problem in understanding any of the concept I have discussed here. Okay, thank you.